And Johnny, it is time to end the podcast doing a little fun little segment that we are going to do here. We're going to be talking about conventions or cons that we've always wanted to attend, because this past weekend, not the one that we're recording, but last weekend, and why we pre-recorded last week's show, you were in Rosemont for a little Wizard World Chicago.
Yes, I was.
Chicago. How was it? Let us know.
Pretty good, actually.
Tell them. How was it?
Actually, it was a lot of fun. Too bad you weren't there this year.
I was
Sadly, you weren't there this year. But no, it was a lot of fun.
I hope you guys went to the bar and poured one out for your fallen comrade.
Sure, I don't know about poured one out, but we drank for you. Okay. We'll put it that way. Yeah, no, it was fun. I mean, the one sad thing is, I know we always talk about it every year, wanting to do the after party.
Dave was saying it was highly...
It was a bust.
Yeah.
I would go with it was a bust.
Dave said you guys went in costume to the bar and were out of place.
Yeah, no. So we went to the bar. This is the it was entertaining in itself to talk about now. Yeah, usually it's at the Hyatt. So usually it's kind of laid out for them. You and I and Ricky, why did I say Ricky? Dave, Mike, and our friend Ron as well, all have talked about going. Why am I not going? Going to the after party for the past 3 years. We talked about it now. Wanting to check it out. Yeah, we wanted to check it out.
6 years.
And usually, I think more actually.
Yeah.
So we've been talking about checking out the after party all this time. Mike and I last year walked over to chat, just look at it from the from outside, because we didn't dress up. We felt out of place not doing it, so we didn't go. But we checked it out. It was at the Hyatt. It was thumping. It
was bumping, baby.
It was bumping. It was thumping. It was a lot of cosplay line as far as down the whole main entry of the Hyatt.
So you were like, damn, we doing this next year.
Yeah, I was like, damn, we're doing this thing next year. We're gonna make sure we cosplay for everything. So it's like, cool.
Did Dave cosplay?
No, he didn't.
Oh, okay. That's when Dave was like, yeah, we were in cosplay. I was like, were you in cosplay?
Dave was not in cosplay.
Dave's the guy, just so for everyone knows, when the last time I did it with you guys,
yes, everyone
made their own. Dave did not. We got to the con. Dave felt out of place, and we made a makeshift Coulson for him.
Yes. I think he made it right before we left.
Yes, in the hotel room.
No, I mean right before he left the house, because he had to take a suit with him.
Yeah, but we were also making it in the hotel room.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So anyways, back to the story. So we went, and it was at a new place this year. The place is called Joe's Live.
Okay.
It's okay, cool. It's not that far from the hotel. We walked over there. There were the three of us that were cosplaying and Dave, and then there were 4 other people to 6 other people total, mainly outside, in their cosplays, all just standing there so where's the after party exactly? Excuse me. Exactly. And we're looking around. We went in there and we look around. It seemed more like the average Saturday afternoon in front of a live band. And we just went in there okay. We stood there for 5 minutes and go, okay, where's the after party? Thinking that. We didn't ask anyone. We looked around.
Did you ever ask anyone?
No, we decided. Okay. We walked back outside, same thing. Those people were just standing there waiting, waiting to see if the after party. We decided, screw it. We went back to the hotel, changed, went and got dinner.
You guys didn't pass the Hyatt to see maybe...
We thought about it, and Ron and I were actually going to maybe run there, check it out, and see if it was there. But then we decided it's already it's already 10 something. By the time we get all the way over to the Hyatt.
It's an after party, man. There's no time limit on that.
It wasn't, but we were hungry. We were starving. So it's by the time we get over there, check it out, get food and come back, it's not going to be worth going.
Because I'm looking at the Rosemont area, and for everyone there, you've got the convention center right next to it's the Hyatt. So that makes the most sense. Joe's Live is kind of I would say, a half-mile walk? You've got to walk.
Maybe a half mile.
I'm being I'm spitballing here, but it's you got to cross the street, which is impossible during the convention.
During it. Afterwards, it's fine. The road's dead.
So you got to cross the main street, then go to either one of the 2 cross intersections, turn to go, I think that would be west, and then you got to head down a street, then head south, and boom, there's Joe's Live. It just seems like have it to a place that's connected, because it's like, I'm at the con. Do I really want to walk that far?
Yeah,
to go to this after party?
I would think like maybe they'll, because I think from what I've seen, it was a bust this past year. So what I would think is hopefully they'll switch it back and go back with the Hyatt, because that made more sense to us. We all thought about this, like they should just have, because it's connected. It's literally the one that's most connected to the convention center. Then we had our hotel that we did the Embassy Suites again. Though I think you remember that one, right?
Yeah.
Where beautiful view down into the middle of the area. But yeah, we got that one, and it's not that far of a walk. We walk underneath the or through the garage, the parking garage. Yeah, and you're right there. There's a nice little square area with a bunch of bars and grills.
It's the one we did the last time I went with you guys.
Yes, that's
there's that over there. It's like it goes over the street and it's a little bridge, and then you're right in the convention center.
Exactly. We could have done that. You have to go into the parking garage, go through the bridge. Yes. But no, where Joe's Live is you go through that parking garage. And then there's this area.
Yeah, I'm just saying for people that are not there at the hotel, if I'm coming out of the convention center, finding it is like, well, fuck that. I know we've all got.
It's weird to try and find online,
but it's like it's also the time of like, you know what, I'm tired. Like if
you're tired already,
it brings me back to the idea of like when we were doing the end cards for MVP. Like at the end of the video, they all see like the different options that they can click. Mark, it comes back to the selection theory or choice theory that Mark brought up, where it's like you give someone less choices, they're more likely to just click. So like you give them one option, they're more likely to click it.
True.
If you give them 4 options, they're going to get overwhelmed and go, click out. Whereas this is more of I got to make the decision of, okay, do I got to walk there? Like if you put it right next to the convention, it makes it easier to
especially since
I will check it out because it doesn't hassle me in whatever way.
It starts shortly after usually the cosplay competition, at least the time it used to be.
The contest,
yeah. And
God, I remember when Ron did that and we were there all night.
That was a long time.
That was a long, long night. I was sitting there in my Cat America boots just like, I want to go. These dogs are barking, Johnny.
I want to go home.
Well, because I wore like rain boots.
I know you did, yeah.
I wore rain boots from Walmart that I had spray painted red.
Oh, I remember because there was a red mark on my seatbelt from my other car.
Is it still there?
I don't know. I don't own the car anymore.
Okay, that's right. But the main thing...
It was when we sold it.
The main thing that we're getting into today is because of that, we're going to talk about what conventions... have we always, like, this is the one where it's like, what convention that you haven't been to that you've always wanted to go to? So I'm going to ask you first.
Okay.
You're going to give your first one. What is a convention or a con that you've always wanted to go to but have not yet? You have to go to before you die.
I'm going to start with the biggest one and work my way down since then. It's always been SDCC, San Diego Comic-Con.
San Diego, baby. The mecca of Comic-Con.
Exactly. It's the mecca of Comic-Cons. I want to go to that one someday. And obviously, it's going to be years down the road.
You want to cosplay at it. And
I do.
One of those. Yeah.
Exactly. I want to cosplay at it.
And the thing that, like, the reason why it's probably number one for you is, like, for those of you out there, when Johnny cosplays... You are the kind of person, you don't take shortcuts.
I don't like. Well, I take shortcuts in the spot of money.
Yeah.
When it comes to money, but
like
I
you
like
actually put effort into.
Well, I mean, you saw my van braces, right?
Yes,
in person. Did. Yeah, I got so many compliments. One guy asked where I bought it from this year. I said I made this.
I made this.
What? I'm like, yeah, I made this.
Whereas, like, I mean, other cosplays, I get that cosplay is like supposed to be just like, yeah, you're doing it, but it's like. There are some that are on a lesser level than what you put in. Like, you put in the work, you put in the blood, sweat, and the tears, literally, to get these as good every year. So, I mean, just to let them know what kind of a cosplayer you are.
Yeah, no, I like to put the effort in. And when I like what I'm doing, I guess the group already decided what we're doing, what they want to do for cosplay next year. Do you want me to tell you?
Sure.
Or they want to do Star Wars, your like original make Star Wars. So
I'll pass on that one.
I already decided. I'm like, you know what? I like cosplaying, whatever. I'll do it. And then it gives me the.
I like Star Wars, but I'm not going to dress up in Star Wars. Like, I'm not that much into Star Wars.
To be honest, I find it kind of boring. But
yeah, it's just a robe.
Well, that's why I'm doing
It's a robe and a lightsaber.
I'm doing an original make with mine more so. I mean, everyone else is too, but I'm like trying to plan it out as much as I've already started planning. Just so I can make it original, I can make it cool. I might still do a secondary costume anyways, because I'm going to teach myself to sew now.
And the reason why you might think that's boring is it kind of seems like there's no creativity.
There's not a lot to put into it.
Yeah.
Like I'm making up stuff to put into it. Just so you've got
a creative.
I've made a character background story already because I'm trying to figure out something to put into this.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm teaching myself to sew this winter. So I finally have that under my belt for cosplaying. Because in case, well, they don't know, but you know, most of mine have all been armor builds.
Kind of, yeah. Thor,
War Machine.
Yeah. Can you do anything besides Thor, Johnny? That's basically the question.
That's what it's going to be. Well, actually, the other one I'm thinking about making is Wolverine. Finally.
Okay. Well, that would be right up your alley.
I've been waiting. It's going to have some armoring to it, but not a lot to where everything else has been.
I'm going to double down on you. One that I've always wanted to go to, and it's actually going on right now, is Dragon Con.
Yes.
Dragon Con has been the one where
over in Atlanta, Georgia.
I remember about a year or two ago.
Yeah.
I actually told you, I'm like, hey, let's go down. Let's go to Dragon Con.
Yeah.
And we just couldn't get to work, and I really wanted to go to Dragon
Schedules and money are the thing, which
is why
in
Hot Atlanta, which is far from Chicago.
Exactly.
It's about a 13-hour trip. About 12, 13 hour. About a half a day.
I'd say 13 to 15 hour.
You could do that in a day. We went down to Tennessee to see you in a day.
You're right. I've driven, 10 hours in one shot before?
Yeah. Which Dave always complains about that trip, but like I told him, I offered to drive, he just wouldn't let me drive.
Yeah. No, I'd be happy to drive. I don't mind driving long trips. You'd stop every 2 hours to pee and whatever, get a snack.
We stopped once in Indiana.
No, I'm just saying, dude, if you want to make that trip a little bit bearable, you stop for 10 minutes to pee because I don't want to use the bottle or the cup.
The worst part about that trip was going to see you. We were getting there late at night.
Yeah.
So when we were driving the mountain.
The mountains.
Wait. No.
No, because I know what you're talking about.
Let me finish for them.
I'm not saying.
We're driving along the mountain, and I'm just looking out of the pasture like, man, there is I can't really see anything. And we're just just driving along, da-da-da. And then leaving to come back, we saw it in the daylight, and I look out and I go, holy crap, that's what was there? Just nothing.
Yeah, no,
just fall off.
That's why I left, because I drove down there for a few months, and I know that you drive up those, there's nothing. There's no guardrail. There's not. You go off that, you're going down.
We didn't know that.
I know.
Driving there.
That's the funniest part.
Couldn't see it.
I also remember that story because that's why I started laughing right away.
Luckily,
because you guys didn't know that nothing was there.
Luckily, Dave was a safe driver.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy crap. And I'm sitting there la-di-da-di-da. We're going to Tennessee.
Nothing's wrong.
Nothing's going to happen to us. And then it shook me going home that I was
hilarious.
afraid. Yeah, but no, I have a few.
I understand.
So I've got Dragon Con. That's kind of my big Comic-Con one that I've always wanted to go to. San Diego Comic-Con I always feel like of course it's there. But for me, the big ones not related to Comic-Cons are, I got to go to E3 one day.
Yeah, E3 is another one.
I really want to go to E3 one day and kind of just, because I'm a big video game guy, I'm a big gamer, so I want to go to E3, maybe some of the PAXs, either PAX West or I think there's a PAX East.
Gen
PAX
Con
Southwest.
we keep talking about.
Dave's actually been to Gen Con.
But we haven't.
It's It's closer to us.
It's Indiana.
Indy to Chicago, Indianapolis. So it's not that far of a drive. That one's doable.
Another one, and I can't remember exactly what con it is. I know there's a Wizard World for this, but I know there's a different convention too. New York Comic-Con.
Yes.
I would love to do that one. And that one is a little bit more plausible drive than Dragon Con, actually. Which is why I'm maybe next year, if it's in the right time, we can go do it. Maybe not.
The thing that I regret most about not going to Wizard World this year was, and I know, I didn't even have to ask any of you guys, because none of you guys are cool enough to want to go see it. But not only was Eric Matthews there, not only...
Yes, we're not cool enough to...
None of you guys were going to go see that
No, we
unless I
weren't.
was like, I'm going to go see that. Who's coming with me?
Yeah, and the only way I would do it if it was a free panel.
Exactly. Basically, you had Boy Meets World.
Oh, yeah, they were there.
You had Boy Meets World. Topanga was there. You had the bromance with Sean and I'm blanking Corey, and then Eric. Because Eric's my favorite. Mm-hmm. Eric is my favorite. Will is my favorite because not only is he Eric Matthews, not only is he Deadpool, but he's Batman Beyond as well. He's Terry McGinnis too.
True.
So basically, 3 things that I love in my life: the animated Deadpool that was he was in like the Ultimate Spider-Man and stuff. Batman Beyond, which was right up my effing alley. Mm-hmm. And then he was Eric Matthews. Mr. Feeney. That's my worst Eric Matthews. I can't project it as high as he can. Mine's more of like a high pitch, like, Ricky, why are you doing that?
Yeah, sort of.
There's one that you were telling me that's going on, we'll just say in Chicago, that I may want to go to.
Yeah.
Because not only is the guy whose shirt I'm wearing today, Seth Rollins, going to be there, the ICC champ, but also my favorite female wrestler at the moment, Alexa Bliss, is going to be there. So for sure, I've got 2 of their shirts. I'm like,
Ace
duh,
Midwest.
I'm going
so they
there.
know, in case any of them want to go check it out too.
I'm like, duh.
It's
I'm
October
going there.
12th through 14th. You might see us there if you go, because Ricky's want to get some autographs. I want to get some autographs because also Brolin, Evans, Hiddleston, and Elizabeth Olsen will are all supposed to be there. So I'm at least getting Evans. If I have the money, maybe I'll get 1 or 2 others, but that's a lot of money.
Yeah, like you mentioned, you're like, oh, the Bella Twins will be there. I'm like, and then you're like, Seth Rollins. And I went, Seth Rollins? And then you said Alexa Bliss. And I was like, oh.
Ricky's heart like dropped in the positive way. Like, well, she's going to be there.
The thing it is
I can profess my love.
Like, my favorite all-time wrestler of all time is Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah.
Like, that's a childhood thing that'll never be shaken. But, like, right now, kind of watching, I was kind of thinking about this driving to the podcast today because I was wearing the wrestling shirt, Burn It Down today. But right now, I've got, like, 4 favorite wrestlers. That's the word I'm looking for. On the guy side, it's Braun Strowman and Seth Rollins would be the guys that I love just watching their matches and love watching them on TV. On the women's side, it's Alexa Bliss is one of them because it's like she's a heel, so she's like the bad person, the villain, but she plays it so well. Mm-hmm. And she's such a bitch, and she plays the bitch so well to where it's just, I love her character and one of my favorite. And then Becky Lynch also. So it's like you said 2 of my favorites that I thought about today, and I'm like, well, I was kind of on the fence, but Johnny, I'm in. Also, Ronan will be there.
Ronan?
From Guardians of the Galaxy.
Really? I missed that one.
Yeah, he's right here, Lee Pace. Because I looked at it, I said, Captain Marvel and Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm like, oh, Ronan the Accuser is going to be there.
Okay, see, I couldn't remember who that was. That's why I didn't mention him.
Yeah,
but
so you got Chris Evans, Hiddleston,
Zazie Beetz.
Brolin.
We may as well mention Zazie Beetz will be there too.
I mean,
from the Deadpool movie.
The only one that's kind of listed so far that is kind of like is Tom Ellis, Lucifer. I don't really watch Lucifer, so that's why for me it's like I don't know if that one's gonna be one that I want. But you know what's funny? I'm looking at right now, kind of the autographs. So Chris Evans, Saturday Group 1 sold out. Saturday Group 2 sold out.
Oh no.
Elizabeth Olsen, Saturday Group 1 is sold out, but Group 2 is not. She still has open slots. Brolin still has open slots on Saturday Group 2 and then Sunday.
Well, then there goes that idea.
Tom Hiddleston is sold out.
That I'm
both of them.
That I'm not surprised. So Evans is sold out too?
Yeah, Evans and Tom Hiddleston are sold out.
Damn.
Ronan the Accuser has all 3 of his open. Brolin's only sold out for Group 1 on Saturday, so either Saturday or Sunday he still has slots for. And Elizabeth Olsen is the same way. She's got 1 Saturday sold out, but then has some Saturday and Sunday open. Alexa Bliss has not sold out yet. That's a Friday. And then Seth Rollins is also not sold out. Zazie Beetz is also not sold out. So it looks like your Chris Evans and your Tom Hiddleston's.
Damn.
Next time we got to get on that a little sooner.
Yeah, we do, because I was going to... So,
however...
You were with me. I got that Stan Lee signed poster.
However, on Sunday, I know it's $675, but there's a photo op with all 4 of them.
Yeah, no, I don't have that money.
And then they've got Cable and Domino for $290. $420. Hiddleston and Evans still has open spots for Saturday and Sunday. Chris Evans still has photo op spots. Wow, $200 to get your picture taken with Chris Evans. I mean, high profile.
I just need his autograph.
But like Tom Hiddleston is the most sold out for photo
I'm
ops.
not surprised by that, to be honest. I'm in no way surprised by that. I wanted to get, as you know, because you were there with me when I got it. I got Stan Lee's autograph on that one poster.
Yeah,
and it has 12 of the Avengers. So I was thinking, well, why the hell not get Evans to sign that one?
Yeah,
and hopefully he signs the Captain America part as opposed to someone else.
It's also fine if you say we're not going to go to that now, because like the wrestling ones that I looked at, they're Friday. I'm working.
Are they? Oh, yeah.
Unless it's like if it's figuring out what time it is. But now that I work on Fridays, it's that can't go to that. So that's one that we'll have to look at for next year.
Well, at least the other thing is we'll go and see if we want to check it out for the day, so we know eventually if we want to do it again.
Hey, works for me.
Yeah.
I mean, it's right here in Chicago. You could watch. You'll go and you'll be like, fine, I'll get Josh Brolin's autograph. And you'll get Josh Brolin's autograph.
I might. Or Elizabeth Olsen.
Or I'll surprise you and just be like, hey, Johnny, look, we're getting our picture taken with all 4 of them.
Oh, God.
Let's go.
Don't do that, because I'm going to feel guilty.
Could you imagine you and I getting our pictures taken? I would bring the shield and be like, hey, Chris, I know it's not as good as yours. It's okay that mine's not movie quality.
You better say that line then if that happens.
Well, duh, you'd have to. Could you imagine you and I getting your picture taken with Chris Evans, Tom Hiddleston, Josh Brolin, and Elizabeth Olsen?
That'd be awesome.
That would be amazing.
It would be.
We might have to do that.
Well, the question is, if I can't get Josh Brolin or Elizabeth Olsen's autograph, do I have them sign that poster as well? Probably not. I feel like
are there characters on it?
No.
Then no.
Get them to sign the pop figurines I have of them.
That's what I would do.
Thanos one. And the...
Here's the question.
I don't have a Deadpool
Would you
one.
have them actually sign the pop figurine or sign the box?
The box. You don't have them actually sign the actual pop.
Why?
Because no. You just have them sign the box because you keep them in the box anyways. At least I do.
But then the box is the only thing that's valuable.
No, because it's all one thing.
But if you take it out of the box
Which I don't do.
I don't know.
Ricky doesn't know how to do collections.
No. The only reason why I F and ask there, now I'm getting a little testy with you, is
yeah, you is.
Like I have a signed miniature helmet from Chris Carter.
Okay.
And in that one, he didn't sign the outside, like the plastic casing.
That's different, though.
He signed the actual helmet.
Also, the bad part is you really don't have someone to sign on a pop figurine very well.
True.
So,
like the helmet, there's anywhere
a space.
you can
Exactly.
sign
There's
on
space.
the helmet.
Not really on a pop figurine. At least maybe not like maybe the Thanos one. There would be space on the pop figurine because it's the 6-inch one. It's not the average. Little one.
Oh no, maybe that Friday I might be sick from work to go get Seth Rollins and Alexa Bliss's autograph. Sick enough not to go to work, but not sick enough to go in and get those autographs. But any other conventions you want to mention? For me, the only ones that I was going to mention is like the PAXs or the E3s and the gaming ones.
Not that I'm like horribly I need to go to it because obviously we've already been in C2. We've been to C2E2. I've been to C2E2 a second time, so I'm not even going to throw that one in the race anymore.
Yeah.
BlizzCon would be cool to go check out one year. But I hear that's
about
hella
BlizzCon.
expensive, and it's also in California.
Yeah.
In Anaheim.
Is it Anaheim?
It's Anaheim, yeah.
Anaheim is a great area, though.
Is it?
It is. Like, I mean...
Because I'm pretty sure you've been generally there, haven't you?
That's VidCon.
That's where VidCon is too?
VidCon is at the
I didn't know it was
Anaheim.
Anaheim.
Yeah,
I just
so
knew it was in California.
VidCon is at the Anaheim Convention Center.
So it might even be the same convention center.
It will probably be the same convention center for
Yeah.
BlizzCon. Because I know that the other one that's not high on my list, but I would mind going if someone gave me tickets to it, is like the D23 The like Disney Expo.
That would be cool.
That's where they showed.
I forgot about that.
That's where they showed the first look at the trailer for Avengers.
Yeah.
Remember where we got that like
that
real,
shaky cam?
Yeah, that's like where they showed some of those. So I mean, the Disney Expo, I wouldn't mind going to.
That would be cool to go see as well. I forgot about the D3. So
yeah, because that area is nice because you've got the convention center right next to it is Disneyland.
Oh,
so you can go there. Dave and I didn't because I know that when Brandon and I went, we just walked around. But I know if I go with like Dave, if I go with you, we're not going to walk around and not be scared to stand in lines and talk because go to Six Flags in Illinois. Think about that line and then times it by 50. That's a line for Disney. Like some of the lines are like, holy crap, that looks long. And for me, I'm like to Brandon, I was like, I don't really want to stand in line, but I'm expecting to stand in line.
Oh, yeah.
That's what you do when you're in an amusement park, but we didn't go on any rides, and we just kind of walked around.
Yeah. But I mean, that's all I got right now. I'm in the research of finding more of them, too. So, honestly, if they have any down below, please let me know because I would love to find more out because I would love to expand my horizons on conventions.
Or cons.
Or cons.
Or cons, but not like pros and cons, like cons meaning conventions, because that's what we're talking about. Any final thoughts before I wrap it up?
No, I'm excited to go. I still kind of want to see, maybe check this one out on Saturday, if there's at least an autograph one or both of us can get.
Yeah. Well, this is where you guys come in. Let us know what you think down below in the comment section. What is your Comic-Con, your convention, could be any convention that you've always wanted to go to, but you haven't been able to yet? Which one are you like, I have to go to this one at least once before basically my time on Earth here is kaput, and I'm not going to be able to go to it after that? Let us know down below what that convention or conventions might be, but that's going to do it for the Rick and Johnny this week. Had a little fun show for you guys. We'll be back next week. Housekeeping here at the end. Make sure to support us on patreon.com/mostvaluablepodcast. You can also buy an MVP t-shirt down below in the description. You can also get that at mostvaluablepodcast.com where you can catch MVP each and every day. And then last but not least, make sure to go on to iTunes, Apple Podcasts. Steve, I'm still looking at you, Steve. I mentioned you early on. I'm still looking at you. Let us know what you think. Also, after you rate it 5 stars, tell us why you like listening to the podcast each and every week. Want to thank you guys for watching on YouTube. Want to thank you guys for listening on podcast services around the world. And as always, have a good day, everybody.